Saito Ninja. Or Simon Bello, because YouTube like to use their real names on their channels now. I don't know why. I kind of like the username thing. But that's not the point. Now see, I've been making costumes almost as long as I've been making videos. Some may argue, during the past few years I've been focusing a lot more on costumes than videos. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a detailed look / review on all the different costumes that I have made from when I started, like 2011, 2010 to May 2014. Yes, there is a date on this video, because trust me on it, closer to the end of this video I'm going to be giving us a good look at what some of the other projects that I plan on doing. Well, so let's get started. Best place to start is, well, how I normally dress. So here it goes. Yes, I dress like a Pokemon trainer pretty much every day. This is how I've been dressing for years, and this is how I'm going to be dressing probably closer until when I die. Oh well, even though I look like I'm about to catch them all, well, I guess this will bring up to my first project. Now the first thing I made is actually this cape. As you guys can plainly see, it's actually made of two, I guess, double queen side bed sheets that are just sewn together, and I kind of cut them into the bat shape. Yeah, now with a lot of the scraps I end up making my first Batman mask. And boy oh boy, it's not necessarily good at all. But hey, okay, what I was going for this cowl was a Detective Comics number 27 / Wolverine's mask, because I'm honestly thinking that Batman first mask was based or was more similar to what we may know as Wolverine's mask, and that's what I was going for, and it kind of came up as being one of my worst things. But then again, it was my first try. But then again, it's nothing like, oh, I mean, I lost my voice. Oh, but oh well, it's not like the Bale Batman mask. Oh, I got. Maybe we can move on to the next costume. Costume that I ended up making was my red and black gi, which obviously it was too short. Now, as you guys can see, it does have the Kame, total logo from Dragon Ball Evolution on. Again, it was one of my earlier projects. The second costume is the one that I tend to probably end up using a fair bit more, which was the ninja costume, which later became random. Oh, good old random. I actually do enjoy playing him as a character. Probably we really should do a lot more with him. But yeah, anyway, this was fun and very much classical ninja. Now the third costume is probably one of my most well known, at least on YouTube, which is my Goku costume, which was more meant to be a custom costume, or what I was thinking they was going to do for a live action Goku costume for the movie. Now, here's a look at me not wearing an undershirt. Oh boy, I am so skinny. This is why every time I wore it, I always had it on the shirt, because I am freaking skinny! Okay! Sorry, I have to a little bit normal right now, because, oh boy, I have to get my brain bigger. Now, time for the car. So what was the costume I did after that? Oh yes. This was my second Batman cape. Now, my second Batman cape, I actually did do a two-parter and I kind of lost the second video. You know, but this costume was the first costume that I actually did a pattern for. What I did was I drew it on a piece of paper, on an actually small piece of paper, and I used a protractor to do all the angles with it. And this ended up becoming my second cape, and I actually do like how it turned out. The fabric, actually I got it really cheap at Walmart when they was still selling fabrics. Right. Again, I love this cape. I love the flow of it. I love the weight of it. I love the shape of it. The only thing was I don't like the fact was I actually did put nails in the tips of the cape. Yeah. Now actually both Batman capes actually have weighted tips, or leather tips. One to help keep it shaped. Two, you know what? Seriously, two, for the obvious reason, to make it a blade weapon. Come on, like what? The cape have to be functional, so why not make it a weapon? Makes perfect sense. Oh well, now after my success, or after feeling so good after making the second cape was my first pen, I ended up making my first Spider-Man costume. This was the one I have right here. This is a costume that I end up. This costume, again, it's probably came out a lot better than the costumes that I made afterwards. But, man. And it's, my only major nitpick is that I messed up seriously on the armpits. It's a little tight around there. And the back spider was denim. But other than that, it was, since it was my first attempt at the costume, it was based on Spider-Man's first attempt. I just didn't care if it had all these errors or not. I just liked how it turned out. In the end, it probably is one of my better costumes, and I'm really happy with it. I really am. Everyone who sees it, they always tell me how good it is. So yeah, this was the costume that I'm probably more proud of, more than the second Spider-Man suit. Now, after the that costume was done, I ended up making well, say the year followed, I ended up watching Samurai Sentai Shinken. So I got in this whole samurai mood. Then I ended up watching a Rurouni Kenshin. And because I was watching Rurouni Kenshin, I ended up making his costume. I gotta say, I liked how it turned out, but at the same time, using red denim wasn't necessarily or using the same material as they used for the Goku costume wasn't necessarily the smartest idea. The Hakamas that you're seeing me wear right now, I didn't make those, I actually just bought those because the Hakamas that I did originally made didn't turn out right. Let's just leave it at that. However, the Kenshin costume was good. I actually originally had planned to wear it to NewCon that following year, but I got sick. The costume that I made after the Kenshin costume was a Santa suit. Now, I personally always wanted a Santa suit. Funny thing, yeah, I always wanted a Santa suit, so I finally got around to making my own. I ended up going with a much more longer coat style Santa suit because I kind of wanted, you know, that I didn't want the classical Santa. I wanted something to look a little bit more of an older style Santa. you know, like pre-Coca-Cola-esque. So yeah, and then I kind of end up making very scoring Santa. But the interesting thing of what I end up doing every year was every year at Christmas when I had to work, I end up wearing that Santa suit to work at Christmas or Christmas Eve. I put it on when I leave and I walk straight to work. And I end up also putting it back on when I'm heading on home for Christmas. Like, it's the only time of year I get to do something like that, so I just do it. I mean, I enjoy it. Really do. The next costume on our list is my red and blue Spider-Man costume, which is the one I end up showing in the tutorial series for, which I haven't gone editing it. Yes, I'm still planning on doing it. This costume is the second suit. Personally, I don't think it turned out as well as the first suit, but at the same time, I love the blue material I used. It gave me that very much comic book look, but yet still keeping the realism of the suit. Now this one, I end up having to do a lot of trial and error for. I love it. I'm gonna say, down the road, I am going to end up making a basic costume. A basic skin suit to iron out all my final errors in this. But other than that, it looks good. Not as good as the first suit, but heck, it's a comic book accurate Spider-Man costume. Okay, now for the pattern, I originally planned on reusing the same pattern as I did for the first suit. I had trouble with it. So I kind of spent a lot of time just going back and forth between different patterns until I kind of settled on something that I thought was usable. The pants was the same pattern we used for the blue and black suit. The shirt and mask, I kind of had to rip off the patterns that they used for the the Raimi movies and what a lot of fans use. Now, a very funny story about when it came to the eyes. Boy, that I tried a lot of different things to do for the eyes. Different glues just didn't stick as well together as I would hope. So unfortunately, I did end up having to use mesh. Now, the mesh that I used, I actually ended up finding a very silvery polka dot type mesh, which I absolutely love because it kind of gave me that new movie look to it, almost bug eye look, but yet it's still a silver lining, which is overall very nice to have. And it actually is big enough that I can actually fit my glasses underneath said mask, so I get more visibility out of it. I would have loved to do with the silver lining, with plain plastic lenses, because I'm positive I get the most sight of visibility with it, but I just couldn't get the glue to stick well to the fake leather I was using. But all in all, again, one of my more favorite features is the way how I had the chest spider look. Now, a lot of the glue was I experimented with glow-in-the-dark puff paint and it kind of didn't turn out well. But other than that, the way how the chest spider came out, pretty good. Good. Now, the second costume was, boy was I lazy. The black suit. I am going to simply tell you guys this. The black suit was actually a black Zantai suit that I bought, and I just put the chest spider on. Personally, I don't particularly like the black suit for some reason, but I decided to, you know what, toss it in. Yeah, because I know when I'm doing the tutorial series, people are going to be asking about the black suit. So yeah, the chest spider in this one is very similar to the back spider which I use for the red and blue suit. The eyes done the same way as which I previously done, which I did for the red and blue suit. So it's not very much different. But now the costume after that is actually my first Star Trek costume I made, which is of course based on my favorite Star Trek series. If you haven't guessed it, the NX in my username is based on the NX-01. And that's also in the intro. Well, the Star Trek Enterprise jumpsuit. I probably really do need to review this pattern. Now, I bought the pattern from Wannaberry.com. And I made the suit. Now, this was also the first time I ended up having to use zippers and pockets on a costume. Personally, when it comes to superhero costumes, no zippers! Now, this costume visually turned out good. I did have a few troubles with it, you know. The hardest thing about this costume, which I have to say, is finding the bloody rank pins. Tracking those things down is not easy. Now, the patches are easy enough to find. But no, I do like how this particular costume turned out. Now, my plan is to actually make the 6 main Star Trek uniforms. The 6 main ones. Of course, starting with Enterprise. Okay. Now, I'm gonna apologize for advance right now. The next 3 costumes that you guys are going to see, I don't actually have a full body shot. Because I just made these. See, because, well, I got a new sewing machine. So, I might as well show you guys them now. This one is basically the one I have wearing on right now. Is the the costume I made with my new machine. Which is very similar to the same style as I did with the Goku Costume or Kenshin. Actually, it came from the same pattern as the Kenshin one. Now, I do want to mention I kind of messed up with this. The red trim didn't go away. And this is actually leftovers from blowing out the red and black gi that I originally made. The leftover materials from those. Mentioned a couple of minutes ago that I have planned on making the 6 main Star Trek uniforms, which is basically the Enterprise as the original series, Wafcon, Next Gen, DS9, and Voyager. Now, right now here, I have just finished 2 original series uniforms. And if it looks like I misplaced the insignia, then oops, my bad. I also do have a wig for the Mr. Spock outfit, which I apparently just can't find at the moment. And the patterns are from Wannaberry.com. I kind of almost went with a hybrid when coming to the rank slips. If I end up finding this material again at my favorite sewing store, I would probably remake these. Now we have all the costumes that I have made done and out of the way. We'll take a look at some of the other costumes which I have either in combination or that I pretty much just bought. The first one coming is, well, basically the whole mad scientist. One, this is just a lab coat. And that's it. So, next one is, I believe, Sherlock Holmes, which is a trench coat and Sherlock Holmes hat. I also been known to actually put a Raphael mask underneath. fit to do like a review on the cover from the first movie. And of course, as I saw a little earlier in the video, I do have one of these real rubber Batman cowls. Now the you know what? I have a lot of different combinations I can get. Now I've also purchased a kimono, traditional Japanese samurai outfit, which is made out of, it's actually made out of cotton. But yeah, this is a basic blue and black outfit, which I actually really love kimonos. I just love them so very much. I love the flexibility and versatility I can get out of them. Now, let me show you. If I end up using my red gi slash kimono for my Kenshin costume, I could basically get this. This, I mean, a little more traditional. If I put a Shinken mask on, I can get Shinken Red. Not a very good one, but that what I used for that morph I did a little while ago. Okay, I can also get Kenshin when he was Hitokiri Battosai. Now I can also get a much more what I call a historical accurate ninja, which is basically the samurai outfit with a ninja mask. The reason I call this historical ninja is because in my personal belief, if you look like a ninja, then you're not a ninja. Okay, now we're at the point of the video. What are my upcoming costumes that I want to do? Now, as I previously mentioned, a Raffican costume. I actually have everything I need for that, and I just need to get off my lazy butt to make it. Now, I also do end up wanting to make a basic skin suit, just so I can iron out any of the bugs, because what I want to do probably next is a Shinken Red costume, which meaning is that I have to go buy the morpher and spend like 400 bucks just to buy the helmet, because I do not want to make the helmet. Okay, but I can make the sword, I can make the glove, I can make the boot cover, but I can make the little holster strap for silver phone, or no, for the morpher. And because now I have an embroidery machine, I can also make the Shiba Clan logo for the chest. Yeah. Now, one of the reasons why I'm picking Shinken Red, because if you guys haven't noticed, two things keep popping up a lot: spandex and Japanese clothing. And this is the reason why I want to do Shinken Red, because it's spandex and it's like all the other stuff I tend to do a lot of. Now, then after that is of course all the other Star Trek uniforms, plus more kimonos. I do want to do a complete and total how-to series on how to make kimonos, because they're just bloody awesome. Okay, other than that, thanks you guys for watching. Subscribe if you like. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. If you have any suggestions on what you guys want me to cover in the future, please let me know. And other than that, well, later guys. Whew, so bloody hot. You know what? He really should be doing more anime related stuff. And Pokemon reviews? Yeah, been a while. John! Oh yeah, I haven't forgotten. You have all these Gundam models you haven't got to review yet. You really need to. Movies, Star Trek stuff? Yeah. Yeah, we don't know where he's going to get to it, but he really should. I couldn't agree more. I just couldn't agree more.